Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Mystic Mina and I'm glad that you made it here. Okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna talk about being a life path number 11. And if you don't know what life path number is, life path numbers are it's like your birthday, right? So everyone is born into a life path number, like everyone is born into an astrology sign, like either you're Aries or a Pisces or a Taurus, it keeps on going on, consider, determining your birthday, right? But a life path number, it consists with your birthday, but it consists of adding your birthday together. So you're supposed to add your birthday to the simplest form, and then you will find your life path number, right? So the life path number, there are numbers from 1 to 9, and then there's number 11, and there's number 11, number 22, and number 33. Now these double digit numbers are considered master numbers, and these master numbers aren't meant to be simplified, but you can. So like a number 11 can be simplified to a number 2, and it will be like a number 2 to like the 10th power, right? It's just like it has like extra oomph onto it. Like a number 22 would be an amplified 4, and a 33 6, a big 6, right? Okay, so life path number 11s are the intuitive healers. Like our intuition on point. And even if people don't believe in psychics, like you can tell a life path number 11 something, or it's something that they'll see on TV, or they'll do their little calculation like, oh no, yeah, no, that's not right, or whatever it is, and then 9 times out of 10, or just say 10 times out of 10, that would be correct. So we have psychic abilities, we have ability of knowing, we have the ability of healing. Okay, life path number 11 is big on healing, it's big on love, it's big on assisting humanity, and that's what we were here for, right? So let's say who's the life path number 11? Tyler Perry's life path number 11. Kanye West is the life path number 11. Tony Robbins is the life path number 11. Kyrie Irving is life path number 11. Like, it's so many people out there that you wouldn't even know that's life path number 11, and they are. They're very giving, they're very artistic. Like, even if they don't dwell in arts or dwell in the music industry, like you can see a life path number 11, and off top it's like they're very electric. They stand out. It's like the light in the darkness. Not saying that we can't get crunk, not saying that we all goody good and we better than everybody, but it's this light, it's this aura that we have within us that people are attracted to unknowingly. And it's not because of, even though life path number 11s are attractive, right? So we are attractive, but it's not to a point where, like if you see, I don't know, people will consider like the beautifulest woman, like Beyonce or like a Halle Berry. It's a different type of light, right? So a lot of people that have healing powers, people find them sexually attractive, and it's just an even exchange. I don't know why. Like, I guess it's because you have to be attracted some way. But if you see someone sexually, you not knowing that this person can probably help me or heal me or whatever the case is, but that goes hand in hand. Being a healer and be very, very sexual, almost like, let's just say Erykah Badu, right? I don't know what's her life path number, but you can tell like every dude that she has been with, she has touched and she has healed to a certain extent, right? And she's very sexual, and she has a lot of sexual energy radiating out of her because, she Mother Badu. She Badu. It's almost like the same energy, right? So, but being a life path number 11 isn't always easy, especially if you don't know that you're a life path number 11, because you can get yourself in certain situations that you don't belong in. Because mind you, your main goal is to heal if you're unknowingly doing it or not. Your main goal is to help. Your main goal is to heal. Your main goal is to love. Your main goal is to assist. And there are a lot of people in this world, especially in South Central Los Angeles. That's where I'm from. So I had to learn a lot of hard lessons, right? So, a lot of people in this world will see that and they would take that and they would use it to their advantage. And it's like, oh, you want to help me, or you want to heal me, or you want to love on me? Okay, yeah, come over here. Let me use you, girl. Let me use you up, right? So, but you have to stand in your power. You have to be strong. I know a lot of life path number 11s might suffer from depression because you're so sensitive and you just don't understand why people are doing these things to you, and you just don't understand why you always falling for somebody that doesn't love you, or you're this and that, because you're trying to put your energy on places that it doesn't belong. Like, are you supposed to love people? Yes. We are here to assist. Are you supposed to help people? Yes. If you can heal, if you can help someone heal, are you supposed to? Yes. But if someone is unwilling and they're unreceptive of what you're trying to give, you're just going to hurt yourself in the process. And especially with life path number 11s, we mature later. Not saying that we mature later we're walking around la stupid, right? But we mature later into our gift, into our power, because being a life path number 11 is like we need to understand all dualities of life, right? Because if you're here to help, you have to know where everyone is coming from, or where the majority of people are coming from, or, what this person like and what this person don't, or where this people came from and where this people came from. And then you get all that stuff together and you're like, oh, okay. Like, I can see what I can do, right? So life path number 11 has to go almost the lowest low and get to the top, to the highest high, right? You have to experience everything, because it's like you have a great duty, like you have a great power, and your power is to love and assist. And you have to go through many people, and you have to touch many people in order for you to understand their plight and understand and be compassionate to them. And you have to understand how you can assist and be compassionate to yourself as well. So a lot of life path number 11 is like between the ages of maybe they mid 30s to they mid 40s is when that light pop on, and like, okay, this is it. And I can say from my journey that is correct. It's between like 35 and 43 or 45 or something, or 32 or 45, whatever that little cut is, that cusp, that's what it is. And for me, I started my journey, my personal journey is self-discovery in maybe like 36, right? And I'll be 42 this year. So, I'm still learning things that I need to know about myself. But I am so far for the person that I used to be, from that unknowing life path 11. Plus, I'm an empath. That's a whole nother video, right? So, I'm unknowingly, and I'm an INFJ. Yes, a lot of things I had to learn. I had to learn a lot of things. I had to overcome my shyness. I always been shy. I always been quiet. I always been that person where it's like, I always kind of want to stand to the side, but just my spirit and just, the radiance that I can give out, it's hard for me to stand. It's hard for me to stand like in the back. Like, even though sometimes I will try, or, it's like but that was me not wanting to shine and not knowing the reason why I was shining. It's because of my power. It's because of my power of love and my power of healing, and I didn't understand that. And a lot of times I used to be self-conscious of that. Like, I'll go out and be like, this is regular. Like I have a t-shirt, a jean jacket, and some hoop earrings, right? But it's like I can go out and then it's like people will think like I'm dressed like a, hell, I don't know, like I'm in a cocktail dress or something, like, you know. But it's sometimes that energy, and by being Life Path number 11, and by you being so intuitive, you can absorb a lot of energy, and then you can feel a lot of energy because you know, I mean, you have psychic abilities. And so the more people that come to you, it's like the more you're getting drained, and you're like, huh. So you tend to back up. But once you learn how to deal with your power and other people, that'll be a breeze too. And I just want to say to all my Life Path number 11s, even if you're a teenager in your 20s watching this, it's going to get better. Okay? I promise you it's going to get better. You just gonna have to wait. You just gonna have to be that person where when you hit in your mid-30s, you're gonna get it. And once you get it, it's like it's not. And you have to understand, what I understood was when I turned 40, I thought like, oh, you know, I'm getting old. Like, you know, like, oh, I'm getting old. And I don't know what happened, but I was watching Tina Turner. Shout out to Tina Turner. I was watching Tina Turner, her autobiography. And I didn't realize that she was always Tina. But she was always Tina Turner. But Tina didn't become Tina to her 40s, or when she was 41. What's love got to do with it? Tina was 41. Right? So I seen that. I was like, shit. Oh my God. I just started. Like, talking about, like, I got this, like, we gonna get this right? It's been so long. Sometimes you figure like, shit, I guess this is it. But nah, if your Life Path number 11, it gets better. I promise you it gets better. So and Life Path number 11s usually mature slower within a physical realm as well, because like I said, I'm 42. Sometimes people ask me for my ID, sometimes they don't. But a lot of times they're like, oh, you don't look it, or you don't look it. Like, yeah, I am. But, you know, that's just what it is. And I notice a lot of Life Path number 11s, so they're taking care of themselves. Like I said, mama can lose a couple of more pounds, right? But if they're taking care of themselves, like if they're not drinking, oh, that's another thing. With being a Life Path number 11, sometimes you put yourself in situations and you put yourself around friends that's doing things that normal people will do, or, you know, that's doing things that you believe you should do because, you know, your friends are doing it, or it's just like it's the normal thing to do, like going out drinking all night, or, you know, getting high, or smoking weed, or whatever the case is, right? You can do whatever you want to do, but just know that if you're doing things like that excessively as Life Path number 11, you're not going to step in your power. It's like it's going to be hard for you to get into your power, because when you're inebriated, it's like you're going to allow more things into your life. And being a Life Path number 11, you have to be very cautious of who you have around you. You have to, because even if you know or not, you are special, right? You are special. You have something that people are afraid to give all day long, and that's love, and you give it freely. And so you got to protect yourself. And if you're going out and everybody you get drunk with, and you hang out with, you call them your friend, and you go to the club and these people your friend, a lot of times they don't be your friend, and, you know, you can have a good time with them. That doesn't make them your friend, right? So you have to be very careful of your surroundings, because you'll get used. Because in your mind, you thinking, oh, you know, this is what I'm supposed to do, or this is what's supposed to happen. But in their mind, they think they got a sucker. Like, oh, she care? Oh, shit. Well, let's drag her, you know. But, you know, you can't blame them because you allowed it. So there are things that you have to do if you are a Life Path number 11 to make sure that you don't put yourself in those certain situations, because it can happen. And it will happen if you continue to put yourself in certain situations, right? So I just want to say, so on my Life Path number 11, just live in your power, live in your truth, be great, Don't be scared to be that light. Don't be scared to stand out. And once you live in your purpose, once you live in your divine calling, everything will fall into place. And Lifepath number 11 are prolific writers, teachers, artists. A lot of them are doctors, because our main thing is to heal. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a doctor. When I was a kid, I wanted to be not a pediatrician, but excuse me, I wanted to be a veterinarian. I love dogs and animals, right? So I wanted to heal. But once I thought about somebody dying on my table, or like an animal dying in front of me, I'm like, no, like I'm too sensitive for that. Like I couldn't be that. I couldn't work in the field where, you know how some people, they'll go to these intensive, stressful jobs, and then they'll get there, and then they'll do this hard work, and then they go home and they would take a bath and they take a shower and everything's fine. They get up the next day and do it. No, they would drain the fuck out of me. I would not be able to take that from work and cut it off at home. I wouldn't be able to do it. At one point, I wanted to be a social worker because I wanted to deal with the kids that was in the foster care, and I wanted to, but once I seen the things they had to do and take these kids away from their home, and seeing them cry, and the kids not knowing where they're going to go for the night, that would have torn me up. So when you're Lifepath number 11, you do have to be very aware of where you work as well, because it can affect you unknowingly, right? Because you're sensitive. So, and if you work in a high stress environment and you come home stressed all the goddamn time and you're wondering why you're stressed, 9 times out of 10, it's your job. Like, some people have stressful jobs and they can handle it. But especially if you intuitive and you psychic and you can feel other people's energy, it's not going to be good. Like, your body's going to react. You're going to have an upset stomach. You're going to have a headache. You just, and it might be easy. The job might be so simple, but the people around you energy is just so, intense, and whatever the case is, and you can feel it. So, and then you might feel stressed out because you go home and then you try to tell people you're stressed about your job, and they'll tell you, oh, you have an office job. What are you stressed about? You don't do anything. I have been told that before, so yeah, I know what they would say. You have an office job. Why are you stressed? You don't do any hard labor. Why are you stressed? I'm sensitive. So yeah, so all in all, just live in your power, and I want to welcome you guys again to my channel. And I'm going to be talking about more things, about spirituality, about astrology, about, just living in your truth, giving some inspiration, some motivation, making sure we both win in this game. I mean, for real. I mean, everybody needs love. We need more of it, right? So, make sure that we're on our P's and Q's and T's and R's and I's and all that extra stuff, so we can be on point. Especially, our people, and we've been struggling for too long. Like, it's time to put some love back in this atmosphere. We need to start loving more on each other, right? So that's what I'm here for. And you're going to be seeing more of me. And like I said, thank you for spending your time with me. My name is Mystic Mina, and I have a book available on Amazon. You go check that out. I'm going to leave the link under this video. And just talk about me being a Lifepath number 11, an empath, and an infj, about how I grew up and the things I had to deal with. And, just my everyday life, like love, my life, love, and lessons of being me, right? So like I said, thank you again, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.